work ethic beats talent every time.
Word, at a
Like
hockey
for
coach would
sure.
tell me that.
For sure. And it's really true. Cause like I said, bro, like maybe I have like some sort of snack or like, I don't know, an edge. Maybe my mind, the way my mind is suited more towards creativity than somebody else. But like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I believe it. I really just think that a mix of like hard work and like being in the right positions and like taking those opportunities was really like how I got here. And it was a little bit of luck too. You know, it was a little bit
Yeah,
of dumb luck because I was willing to stick it out. Because people don't take that into account, the luck factor. Like luck is a very real thing. And you can
true.
call it
Yeah,
coincidence, whatever you wanna say it, but like it's just being in the right place at the right time. And how do you get in the right place at the right time? Is by ever showing up in the first place. So, and most people just
facts.
never show up because they just never think it could be possible. But I went and I went for it, and I kept going. And even with people saying that was crazy, or like friends talking about my back, I'd go back to Mizzou and go to like parties when I was still working at the car wash back in St. Louis, because it's only like an hour and a half drive from where my university was. But I go up every now and then and like visit my friends on the weekend. And people would tell me stories like, this person was talking shit on you, this person was saying this, person was like, dude, but this fucking idiot, blah 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 blah. Like people would kind of joke about how serious I was taking this.
Yeah,
And it didn't really phase me, because again, it was just fuel. It was like, all right, I'm gonna like prove them wrong. And I think like once I actually got here, right? And I'll fast forward to like, I'll tell you a cool story about like when I met G for the first time, which is probably like one of
yeah,
my most
man.
memorable stories, like in LA. It was the day I moved here. My flight was on December 7th, 2017. I land. My manager picks me up. I'm with my best friend too. He was like my day-to-day manager officially. So we get picked up by like upper management and his assistant from the airport. He takes us to this house in West Hollywood. Like we have no idea where we're gonna stay, where we're gonna live, no whatsoever. We just got on a fucking plane with like a suitcase, and we're like,
Crazy.
all right, let's get it. And we pull up to this house. He's like, all right, here's where you're gonna stay. Go in and drop your shit. So we go in, drop our shit off. Let's get back in the car. I want to take you somewhere. And like, I have no idea where we're going. We pull up to this house in the hills. We go inside. I start catching a vibe. I'm like, okay, we're like in someone's studio right now. Oh, I see When It's Dark out on the wall. Oh my God. Like, I'm about to meet G. Like, this is crazy. And G comes down in his fucking slick back hair, his flannel, like his whole thing, like just looking like G, like he doesn't sway from the brand. Like he is G all the time. And he was the nicest to me, bro. He was so nice. And we were like playing music together, and I was showing him shit. And he actually ended up flipping. I had a song called Hey Mama that I made for my mom on Mother's Day, like a few years before that. And
you're gonna hear
he actually
I was listening to your music probably since, I don't know, what was that, like 2016 when that song came out or something?
Yeah.
2015?
Yeah.
I actually got put on you by Justin Escalona, like way back.
Hell yeah.
So that's how that happened. But yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people come from Justin Escalona. That was a whole crazy experience too, that we can get into. But so yeah, he actually flipped the song Hey Mama. He like had his producer like take the hook, and we sped it up, and he like wrote verses to it. I have the song, but it never ended up coming out. I think it was a little bit too soft for him, which I totally understand.
Yeah.
But it was still cool, right? And that was like my first experience in LA. And actually, like, funny story, right? So at the time, I was suffering from IBS, this thing called irritable bowel syndrome.
Yeah, my
which
friend's
is like
got that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's trash. Well, actually, that's not what I had, but I thought that's what I had. That's what a doctor who did no tests on me just diagnosed me with.
Yeah.
And at the time, bro, I had to shit so bad. Like, I had to like literally like explode while I was in the studio. We were like smoking, and we were like eating, like drinking and whatnot, and that shit would fuck my stomach up, drinking.
Yeah.
And so I'm like in the studio trying to be cool, and G has like this model with him that's like there, and we're like in the studio vibing, and I'm like in the corner at like 3 a.m. like trying not to fucking. And the bathroom's in there, right? The bathroom's in the studio. It's just like a little tiny bathroom, and I'm like, I am not about to blow this thing down. There's no chance that I'm about to do that. And so I just held it, bro, to like the point of where I was like in so much pain, and I finally got like it sucked. Like whatever that experience was, I actually don't have that anymore, or whatever that was. Like fuck the doctor, whoever like decided to tell me I had that without doing any tests on me. Because I just started eating healthy and started eating cleaner and like cut some things out of my diet, and I have no stomach issues anymore.
Yeah.
So fuck that dude. But yeah, so that was like kind of a funny story, because I remember just being so fucking uncomfortable.
That's funny.
But yeah, so that was my first experience in LA, which is cool. That's how I like met G, and we like worked together the first time that night. And then he just kind of acted like an older brother to me during that time. That was kind of just what it was. He's like, you're on the same, you're part of the team now. Like anything you need, just hit me up. And that's kind of how the whole like Rewind collaboration came about. Although that was like almost like a year and a half later, maybe. And then he obviously asked me to go on tour with him, and he really loved my music. I would always show him like demos I was working on and shit, and he was always super about it. Oh fuck!
Upstairs, downstairs.
Downstairs.
Oh, 222, bro. I'm just getting timing today. One's hurt. The other guy's hurt. He's coming in the back door.
Got him.
Nice. Yeah, tell me, how did Justin Escalona kind of come together?
Yeah, so
better watch what you say. Ain't got no time for the games on play. Niggas say they want it, they ain't doing what it take. Little nigga, you in the way. Yeah, got a shawty calling me on FaceTime. Little baby, you know that I'm racing to you. Put your love in my hands, baby, you know I won't do you like that.